Welcome, everybody, to a new episode of the Tortoise and the Llama today. Tiller?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Hi, how are you? Well, today we're doing an episode of the Tortoise and the Llama. It's just you and I today. We got a couple of spicy conversations to talk about, but mostly optimistic conversations going on tonight. We're going to be talking about the celebrations that are going to be coming up. The World Cup. This is going to be the first time in almost 25 plus years that the United States has hosted a World Cup. And Robert De Niro has apparently made a promise that Tiller would like to talk about tonight. So we'll get into that a little bit. But overall, we got a couple of interesting conversations. So you could catch us on Rumble or YouTube, or even, I believe, we're streaming on Twitter now, too. And the most important thing is, however, we have an open invitation for anybody in our Discord. If anybody in our Discord would like to join the conversation and leave their 2 cents or leave their opinion on a topic that we're discussing, they're more than free to do so. So if anyone would like to join our Discord and get involved in that conversation, by all means. But with that, I will throw it over to Mr. Tiller.
Well, a Mr. Robert De Niro, who in August was suspended from Twitter for threatening Trump supporters. I can't really find because they've been removed, the comments that he made. But it was, at least Twitter official, the very most. Can you share your screen?
Absolutely.
Hold on, I gotta scroll. I'm on my phone right now, so it's,
What would you like me to share? I have a video of Robert De Niro, but it's not. It's a little unrelated. It's related, and it's not relevant to what you're saying.
Okay. Well, as of yesterday, Robert De Niro claimed that he was going to be leaving America, and I don't know where he's going, but God bless. And I'm kind of curious. Why do you think he might be leaving?
Because I think that they've picked their side. They picked the wrong side. They picked the side that's blatantly involved in criminal activity, from Seth Rich to Bernie Sanders, Hillary Clinton, Obama, all these people. It's the funniest thing when people like to say that the only scandal that Obama has ever done while he was in office was that he wore a tan suit to a serious meeting. I think that those people just never paid attention to history. It's like, where were you when Operation Fast and Furious happened, when Eric Holder was fucking running guns across the U.S. border, and 2 ICE agents were unfortunately lost their lives as a result. Mm-hmm. With those and weapons.
What about their chef? Even recently, what about their chef? Haven't they lost 2 chefs? Or maybe I'm making that up.
Say again.
Haven't they lost 2 chefs, to unfortunate circumstances?
I know that Obama.
The one drowned.
Yeah, I know about that guy. I don't know about a second guy, but I know about the guy that you are referring to that drowned. How he was on.
I might be thinking. I bet you I'm thinking of the Clintons. They've had some personal chefs that have had unfortunate things happen to them as well.
Listen, I'm gonna give anybody a personal and life business advice. Don't go to work for the Clintons, no matter how much they're willing to pay you. Don't work for the Clintons.
Not at all.
It's not worth it.
That life insurance policy they got on you, bro.
Now
I'm just
listen.
saying, read the whole thing.
Now I don't know if this is gonna be a hot topic to talk about on YouTube, but we could go to Rumble afterwards to talk about it. I'll actually make sure that we
Yeah,
talk about this on Rumble, but
we should chill
there
out. We
there
probably already had our video written.
there is a little conspiracy. You know what they say about conspiracies. Conspiracies are just 2 weeks shy of 2 weeks shy of being the truth. Now there is a conspiracy that there was a certain somebody involved with Seth Fritsch and the whole DNC hacking thing. And listen, we ain't gonna get into it here on YouTube because that's a very sensitive conversation to be getting into. A lot of people got sued for that conversation. So let's talk about that on Rumble, where we're free to actually talk about that. But let's get back into Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro. Was he good friends with the Clintons?
I'm sure.
Take that advice as well.
I wouldn't know personally.
I wouldn't know either. I do. I mean, he is a good actor, or at least was.
Well, before we get into that, let's play what Robert De Niro has said in the past. This was CNN's Chris Wallace talks to the acclaimed actor Robert De Niro about his opinion of former Donald Trump. Watch the full episode of Who's Talking to Chris Wallace, streaming September 13th on Max. Oh wait, sound.
And I'm not saying this like it's such a far-fetched notion, if he were to win again, that he would not give up power?
You know he won't. You know he won't. He even said it. He's never going to give it up. And anybody who deludes themselves in thinking that he is, shame on you.
You have compared the Trump family to a gangster family, which is something coming from you. What do you mean?
They are. Well, because he thinks he's a gangster. He does everything like a gangster. I don't think that gangsters in that world would think much of him, because there's honor among thieves. There's honor in anything. If you don't keep your word and do the right thing with people, no matter what profession you're in, you are going to get ostracized. And in that world, it's a little harder.
Do you really worry that if he...
Thoughts?
Man. So, I couldn't think of a better, compliment for a world leader than to say that he thinks like a gangster. Because, let's be honest, everyone who's in charge of a country with some nuclear power to it acts a little bit like a gangster. You know, they're a little intimidating, like Putin, Bing, Kim Gon, Bing Bong. Fuck, I'm tripping over my toe.
Bing Bong Bong.
Yeah, I didn't grab any water.
Now listen, the funny thing is Robert De Niro and I are from the same city. You know what I'm saying? Like, not the same exact neighborhood. He's from Greenwich, in the city, and I'm from Queens. But when you call somebody a gangster, that's a form of endearment in New York City terms. Like, yo, he's gangster. Yeah. And I'm saying this as a civilian. I'm not a gangster. I'm not nothing this. I'm not nothing that. I'm just saying. I'm just speaking on how ebonics goes in New York slang and lingo.
But if someone were to call you a gangster at your trade, then that would mean that you're just simply, not only are you one of the best, if not the best, then you are also really business savvy. Gangsters are known for being in business.
What if it was this?
Not only are you boss, but you're business savvy.
What if it was this? That's a gangster kindergarten teacher.
I guess that paints that's a little bit reminds me of that Key and Peele scare.
Yeah, so Key and Peele is fucking hilarious. Shout out to Key and Peele.
Well, I seen a little off topic, but I seen a thing where they were doing the Inglourious Basterds scene where they are trying to spot them out for not being German, except it's Key and Peele, so they're in whiteface, and there, and it's like,
So
oh,
back to Robert De Niro. What do you think about about his acting?
De Niro.
Yeah, you said you liked him, right?
I like his acting at least because I like old movies. Most of his new stuff, I haven't. He's put out some shitty movies, and he's been kind of shitty in them. He's been pretty funny in some of the movies he's in that are a little more recent. Like, I love him in, like, Taxi Driver. I may have already said that. I'm trying to think of another one where his, like, acting was, like, great. He did act really well in Goodfellas. He was really good in that.
He did play a
He didn't carry it like he did Taxi Driver. He carried Taxi Driver.
Would you say it was a cameo that he played in the Joker movie?
Yeah, it is kind of a cameo, yeah.
It was a cameo, but at the same time, he did play an instrumental part to the role.
Yeah, he was a main character cameo. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
What do you think about how he did in the Joker? What do you think about? Did you see the new Joker, the Joker 2?
I haven't seen it yet, but it has been spoiled for me, and I hear it sucks.
Okay.
I'm just trying to wait until I can pick it up for like $3 at Walmart or something.
Now, I think that Robert De Niro is a good actor. It's just his most recent movie for me. I'm sure he's done more recent movies, but was The Irishman, and I was just not really a fan of it. I was like, this is a little cliche.
I heard it wasn't super. I've heard people, like really, really praise it, but I've heard a lot of people say it was like, no, it's kind of sucky.
Yeah, I was not a fan of that one. He's like an old time guy, His older Meet the Fockers and Meet the Parents are always going to be classics.
Mm-hmm.
Analyze this.
Meet the Fockers. That's not a movie to take lightly. That's a really good movie. That's also one that has a really good cast as well. See, the thing is like, since Taxi Driver, I can't think of one movie where he absolutely carries. You know what I mean? The movie.
Well, like I said, whatchamacallit? The Meet the Parents, he was awesome. Him and Ben Stiller, I think, were amazing.
Yeah. And yeah. Ben Stiller was also amazing, though. You know what I mean?
He did. I mean, if we're gonna talk about
cast overall as well.
What happened?
That movie has a really great cast overall.
Yeah. You also have like old school movies that The Casino, The Bronx Tale. The Bronx Tale, he played like the other role. Instead of playing the gangster, he was playing the dad. But The Bronx Tale was basically a movie about Robert De Niro's life. Did you ever see that movie?
I don't think I have.
You got to check out The Bronx Tale. What about Casino? You ever see the Casino?
I think I've seen Casino. I'm pretty sure.
Casino and Goodfellas are probably like...
Yeah, that's Casino. De Niro. Who else is in that? I don't think I can think of anyone else.
And what? Casino?
Yeah, no one that I can think of anyways, which is kind of what I was talking about with Taxi Driver.
Joe Pesci was in there.
Oh.
What's the guy that plays in Goodfellas? John Manca?
Oh, then I might be thinking of a different movie then. Or I might not be. I might not have seen Casino. I don't know.
Yeah, Casino was a really good one. I think I would put Casino above Goodfellas. But that's just the set. That's like his last really good movie was like Meet the Parents, in my opinion. It's like, what was that, 20 years ago?
Right.
So if he left to go to live in, where would he go to live anyway? Where do you think he would move to?
I don't know. if he didn't go back to the old country, Italy, then he'd, I don't know,
You might,
somewhere very, very, very lefty. And honestly, Italy might just be too conservative for him right now. Anyways.
what about China or Korea, North Korea?
Oh,
They might make him a movie star over there.
Yeah, I wonder. I don't know if he's got them China dollars. Then maybe.
Imagine he becomes like the blockbuster hit in North Korea, and he puts out like fucking Yakuza gang movies or some shit.
Well, it wouldn't be Yakuza, but I
Well,
get you.
They wouldn't pay him to fucking do anything else.
No, I don't know.
So how do you feel about?
Oh, go ahead.
No, go. You have something else to say?
Well, I mean, how many other people? Excuse me. Ooh, excuse me.
Bless you.
How many other people have said like, "Oh, I'm gonna leave if Trump gets reelected"? I know that one girl from Twitter was like, "I'm gonna shave my head," and I don't think she has yet.
Well, there's been a lot of celebrities that said that, and they're all just fucking saying that because somebody paid them to say that. They're celebrities. They're actors.
Yeah. Speaking of actors, there was a bunch of women after he won crying, shaving their heads, but none of their role models actually fell through with it that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
It's all an act.
You know who did you know who is bald though? Jada Pinkett Smith.
Oh shit, that's right. I need to get the sound. Try to get the sound.
I want to see Will Smith come and slap me, bro.
I don't have a slap sound though on the soundboard though.
All right.
Can I get the soundboard up on my phone?
Hold up. Could you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm just curious if I can get the soundboard.
Here's all the celebrities that have threatened to leave America if Donald Trump won. Whoopi Goldberg, Snoop Dogg said that he was gonna.
Really?
Yeah, he said he would move to Canada.
Wow. Yeah, shit.
Miley Cyrus.
That's some non-gangster shit.
George Lopez. Raymond. You know Raymond Simone?
George Lopez is soft as fuck. Who?
Raven Simone.
Like, That's So Raven?
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me either.
Nah, Amy Schumer, who is related to Chuck Schumer, so that's not surprising either.
Yeah.
Cher said she would leave. And here we are thinking Cher is like an old bitch. No, she's not an old bitch. No, she is an old bitch, but she's a dumb old bitch. Omari Hardwick, Samuel L. Jackson. Samuel L. Jackson said he would leave.
Wow. Well, that is some pussy.
He said, and I quote, "If that motherfucker becomes president, I'm moving my B ass to South Africa." End quote.
I was like, what in the hell? But I was like, oh yeah, we're on YouTube.
Bryan Cranston, you know who that is from Malcolm in the Middle, the dad?
Oh, really?
Yeah, he said that he would leave too. He said, absolutely, I would definitely move. And quote, he said, "It's not real to me that would happen. I hope to God it won't." And but these are all things, these are people that have said that they would leave in 2016 and 2024. No. These are people 2016, 2020, and 2024 combined.
Okay.
But they never left. Barbara Streisand said that she would leave. She never left. Neo said that he would leave. Never left. Chelsea Handler.
Hollywood is just full of guilty ass, dumb ass, bad acting ass motherfuckers.
I want to
But
see.
also, out of that list, I'll say like Samuel L. Jackson. He can act, although he pretty much just plays himself in whatever movie he's in. He does do like my favorite Samuel L. Jackson movie is what's it? The Negotiator. Is that what it's called? That's a good one.
Does not ring a bell to me. I'm sorry.
Oh man, he plays like a hostage situation negotiator.
Listen, just don't go onto a plane with fucking snakes with him,
Dude.
or actually do, because he'll save your life.
Well, maybe. You know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see him in a movie where he kills human traffickers. I'd like to see him suddenly be staunchly against that instead of staunchly against Donald Trump.
I would hope so. There's one other person that said that they would not only leave the country but leave the planet. Jon Stewart said he would be getting in a rocket and going to another planet because clearly this planet's gone bonkers. And it's funny that he says that because guess who Trump has picked to lead the Department of what is it? The Department of Economic. What is it? The Government Efficiency Commission.
Oh, Doge.
The Department of Doge.
Yeah.
So
Department of Government Efficiency.
So now we got the Elon Musk in the cabinet. So maybe Jon Stewart could potentially leave the planet.
He could potentially, yeah. Especially if he just buys NASA.
Well, NASA at this point with SpaceX, it's like,
Yeah.
the fuck is the point of NASA? Why are we spending taxpayer money on bullshit NASA when Elon Musk is just doing it himself?
Exactly. Would it be illegal for Elon Musk to cut all the funding from NASA and then buy it when its stock is worth nothing?
Oh, absolutely. I think that would 100% be a conflict of interest.
Yeah.
100%. It would be dope.
He should just offer to buy NASA at the price that it's at and then cut the funding no matter what.
Bro, look at what they did to him with fucking Twitter. They tried selling. They marked Twitter. They marked a fucking a rag of fucking nothing, and they were like, "Here, give us millions upon millions of dollars for this." And it's like, this is bullshit. This is a bot infested, criminal infested fucking. You know what's true though? People say this a lot. Elon Musk didn't buy Twitter. He bought a crime scene. That's fucking true.
He did. He truly did.
There was a lot of people saying a lot of weird shit, sharing a lot of shit privately, fucking all the illegal shit that Twitter was involved in, all the illegal shit that the government was involved in via Twitter. There's a lot of shit.
Oh yeah, man.
And now you have him. Now you have him in the cabinet of the administration, which I think is fucking awesome. Huh?
I just seen a shooting star.
Did you make a wish?
Yeah. I don't know if I want to make it so publicly on, because I think that then it doesn't count, right?
Yeah, I don't think it does.
Yeah, but I'll just say it's related to what we were talking to. We'll just say that.
Speaking about accountability, do you know who Jerome Powell is?
Jerome Powell. I believe I see him on Twitter a lot.
So Jerome
Maybe.
Powell is the chairman of the Federal Reserve. And I got an article here saying...
You there?
Could you hear me? Yep.
Yeah, you're cutting in and out a little bit.
I'm cutting in and out.
I am, you am, we am, I don't know. Something I couldn't hear you, that's all I know.
Well, here we go. So Jerome Powell is the Federal Reserve chairman. Does that jog your memory at all?
Okay. I know who he is now. I don't.
So I have the article here. It says the Fed chair Jerome Powell says he will not resign if Donald Trump asks him to step down. And
yes, that's right.
The Federal Reserve has a board of directors that's privately appointed. but the Federal Chair Reserve is appointed by, I believe, the president. What were you saying?
Doesn't he have a mustache?
No, I don't think he has a mustache.
Damn guy.
But here we go.
No, the face I've got in my head is I almost had his name for a second. Go ahead.
The Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell said he won't step down if President-elect Donald Trump, who has previously criticized Powell's performance, asks him to resign. Speaking at a press conference Thursday to discuss the Fed's move today to cut its benchmark interest rate by 0.25 percentage points, Powell added that it is not permitted under law for the president to fire or demote the Fed chair. When asked if he'd step down if Trump requested it, Powell responded with a one-word answer: no. So, what do you have to say about that?
I'm sorry. I was trying to read. Toby and Ian just got home.
So, what do you think about him refusing to step down?
What you were just talking about. Honestly, it's a little hypocritical, because isn't that what everyone's been saying about Trump? Like, oh, he's not going to step down. Like, isn't that what De Niro just said? He's not going to step down if he's reelected.
Exactly.
So now the guy who's in charge of the Federal Reserve, the guy who's in charge of keeping our money bubble from popping, he's talking about, I'm not going to step down.
Yep.
He sounds like a dictator. Look at them charts. Look at them beautiful charts.
Hold up. I don't think the people could see the charts.
Oh, well, that's a shame. I don't know what.
All right, so I got this one pulled up. You could see here, the Federal Reserve kept these in. You could see my cursor, right? So the Federal Reserve had interest. Let's even go back, because it tracks. George Bush comes into office right here. Rates go down after 9/11. We're in a state of war. We go to war, boom, and they start going back up. Now, Obama comes into office right here. Rates drop, and they give Obama a golden egg for 8 years straight. And as soon as Trump comes into office right here, they start hiking him up. And now Joe Biden comes into office right here, 2020, back down. President-elect Trump wins, or President Trump is looking like he's going to win. Interest rates just spike back right up.
Monthly federal funds effective rate. What does this blue line necessarily represent?
I'm sorry. This is the interest, the effective rate of the federal interest rate, the Federal Reserve's interest rate. I'm sorry, I didn't give clarification for that.
So they have direct control on this, and
yeah, the Federal Reserve sets the interest rate. So when you get a mortgage or you get a loan from the bank, your interest rate is according to the interest rate that the Federal Reserve.
That they really set this interest rate so high because I'm
not an expert in the Federal Reserve. I just also want to point that out.
Yeah, but theory craft with me. Do you think they did this with anticipation of Trump?
That's exactly that's what I said. I said it looked like Trump was going to win this because Biden about dropped out in about late 2023. Well, I'm sorry, he didn't drop out in late 2023. It looked like Trump was going to destroy Biden in late 2023, and it just turned out that he didn't pan out. Then they threw Kamala in, and it just really looked like Trump was going to win. So now they have interest rates above 5%. I believe they're at 6% right now.
Checks out.
Yeah, so they're already anticipating Trump coming back into office. There's nothing. Listen, we're putting Band-Aids on bullet wounds over here.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm excited for Trump to fulfill his promise on Bitcoin. Do we have somebody um in the thing in the queue or whatever? They said Ian's gonna be hopping on.
I have no idea what you're talking about, bro.
You, the Twitchy guy, man, that we were talking to on the election stream. Toby's.
I know who you're talking about. I just don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Well, the request to speak. I guess there's no. Is there anyone in the chat? I don't understand. I don't understand how to work.
How about? There's nobody else. It's just you and I.
Okay.
Let's
They
continue.
won't let me see it, I suppose. Yeah, let's continue.
So how do you feel about? I guess you told me already. So I think he should be one of those people that should be definitely watching himself, because Matt Gaetz as Attorney General will definitely put the fucking...
Oh,
and you
man.
know what? I think Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy are going to fucking audit the Fed, because I think that's something that they were talking about.
I hope they do. Jeez. It's got to do something.
I know that the department is supposed to do more auditing to root out inefficiencies in the government and cut fat off. So part of that will probably be auditing the Federal Reserve and also auditing the IRS, which is fucking awesome.
Oh, God, please. How many new people? Was it 60 or 80,000 new IRS agents hired when or whatever it was? I honestly, I can't remember.
That was under Biden, and Kamala Harris was the tie-breaking vote that allowed the IRS to recruit more workers and to tax tip wages. So it was Kamala Harris's fault that actually became a thing. And then she tried to run and say that she would like stop it. I'm like, bitch, you're the one who fucking started it. Now you're gonna tell everybody you're gonna stop it? Like, come on.
Right.
How do you feel about the 250th anniversary?
Man, I'm hype. I know that we're planning some big things, some big things.
Yeah, we're definitely going to be planning something. So for anybody listening, we will be heading down to Iowa for the 250th anniversary of the America's birthday, 250th anniversary. And why are we heading to Iowa? Well, it's going to be the biggest of the events, hopefully. And we're going to set up a kiosk, and we're going to have a storefront. We're going to be selling some merch, but most importantly, we're going to be doing just regular interviews over there.
Bombay.
What's up, buddy?
What's up?
Bombay.
Oh, hi.
We have a new guest here from our chat. You want to introduce yourself to everybody?
Hello, my name is Ian. I am just another blue-collar fellow that is trying to make his way through life and do as much as he can to, make it in there.
That's all we trying to do, and the man's just keeping us down.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it. This damn patriarchy, the man always trying to keep us down.
Yeah, just another, what the hell's his name? Johnny Appleseed trying to get his way through life.
I believe we were talking about Trump's cabinet picks.
We did move over to the America 250, but let's jump back. You want to jump back over to the cabinet picks?
I mean, we talked about Matt Gaetz.
Yeah,
There's the Speaker of the House has been announced as well.
Yeah, so let's do that. Let's So I just gave a little shout out to our little Iowa trip. We'll hit on America 250 a little bit later. But yeah, that's gonna be our plan for America's 250. We're gonna go to Iowa and we're gonna set up a little storefront. We're gonna do some interviews. If anybody wants to come with us or meet us there, we'll down to talk to anybody. But let's jump back over to Goat Flicks and Chill. Wait, no, that's not it.
Goat Flicks and Chill. That's not it. Excellent.
All right.
Excellent. Done.
So we got Marco. How do you guys feel about Marco Rubio as Secretary of State? Old Tea Party guy. Now, I mean, we're talking on Tea Party media. It is an old Tea Party guy that kind of fucked the Tea Party over a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
What was his nickname? That fuck. Little Rubio.
I think Lil Rubio.
Little Rubio. And what was the one that was Ted? Lion Ted.
Yeah.
And then it turned from Lying Ted to Lion Ted, like a roar lion.
I know, right?
It's like, you know what? I thought about it. This guy's a good guy. He supports me. I support him. That's Lion Ted. He's a lion.
Got
One I've actually been looking at was they got the RFK Jr. website. And they had all the nominees for different positions in the government and stuff like that right now. And one of those is the nominee for the director of the ATF.
Who do they got for that?
Brandon Herrera.
Brendan Herrera?
Yep, Brandon Herrera, the AK guy.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
That's gonna be quite interesting.
Yeah, that was my exact thought. Was if he gets into that position, dude, it is gonna be. He can't necessarily change like the laws of okay, all citizens get fully automatic weapons, but he can do loopholes on the wording of laws and shit like that, and do away with some of the shit that the ATF had put in place.
I was gonna say, can he hit the delete button? That's all I really care about.
On some things he can hit the delete button. On certain things he can change the wording on.
Yeah. Good.
Well, he will be if it comes to fruition, he would be the director, right?
Yeah, and it's looking pretty good, honestly. Like 49%. I mean, that.
I love
everybody.
I love the news article. It says the failed congressional candidate's apparent qualifications is that he runs a YouTube account that reviews guns. I'm like, qualified? Fucking more qualified than the fucking people that are already in there.
Yeah, like motherfucker at least has he has made his own firearm. So he knows the fundamentals of how firearms work.
Exactly. He makes money talking about guns all day. That's like what he does.
Yeah.
I mean, if you could go to college for firearms, I'm sure he would have a degree in firearms too.
Well, yeah, he even has like an advertisement for fucking Sonora Desert Institute.
Question: is he a veteran?
No, he's not a veteran.
Okay, because I would have said that would be college for guns.
Yeah,
I think
pretty
that
much.
he should make a requirement that to be the head of the ATF, if the ATF even exists anymore after Trump's done. Honestly, I wish the ATF was just the name of a store. You know what I mean?
Right.
It shouldn't, like.
I feel like
a lot of the memes that have been going around. Brandon Herrera's first day as director at ATF. First order of director is ATF. Shut down the ATF.
Yeah, right.
I think the one qualification that the ATF must have is that they have to hire
Exactly.
Their director has to be from the Libertarian Party.
Yeah. Which
Well,
in that case,
but
they ain't getting it.
I wouldn't even say that, because then if somewhere in 100 years the Libertarian Party becomes corrupt, then you've just given them such
Yeah,
you
but
basically put so much desire for people with money to get in the Libertarian Party, become the head of the ATF, and then bam, now I get to buy all your guns away.
you know what? The Libertarians will just fight themselves.
Yeah,
That's
right.
fair. Kind of like what they're doing right now.
What I
Exactly.
would much rather see is make a requirement that you must know what the fuck you're doing in both alcohol, tobacco, and firearms to be the head of the ATF.
Exactly.
You
Like
must
what?
know everything about alcohol, everything about tobacco, and everything about firearms. That
This
can be known to an average person.
this shit was like this fucking organization comes from a time when two of those three things were illegal at one point. Now all three of those things are completely legal.
Mhm.
It is what it
And
is. Like bootlegging is
it
not a
is.
thing no more. It's like
Yeah, and as a result of bootlegging, we got NASCAR out of it.
that's it. That's a fact.
And as far as the tobacco is concerned, I mean, you, you don't have the colored boys out there collecting that shit anymore, so that's a win.
Now we got big industrial machines.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Trump's cabinet picks, you see the
Yeah, I was gonna
picture
go back
of
to that.
yes, the picture of RFK sitting with Trump, Elon, I think Don Jr. And that they all have McDonald's, and RFK's holding the McDonald's up like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, MAGA and Maha, bro.
yay, mahahaha, I'm hating it.
What do you guys think about Jim Jordan not getting nominated for anything yet? I think he would have done great as the Attorney General, but I understand Matt Gaetz as the Attorney General.
Yeah, I mean, I can see Matt Gaetz as the Attorney General too. It's one of those things that's just very,
Slap in the face type of thing. It's not more of like
it very much is.
It's not as strategic as it is
Well-
supposed to sting.
Yeah,
The fact that there's a rolled napkin next to a box of McDonald's is just fucking.
I can't even see this picture you're referring to. I'm sorry.
I put it in memery.
Oh,
let's see.
It's just so much.
here, I'll pull it up for Discord.
I hate it so much. RFK is just absolutely not having it. His face. Can we make his face an emoji?
Who's Donald Trump's?
No, RFK holding that fucking burger.
I could do that exact picture.
Please.
Absolutely, dude. We could have whatever you like. Listen, if you're in the
Wow.
Discord, you want a special emoji, you could have a special emoji too.
That's so funny.
Let me just check our streams, make sure we're even streaming.
Make sure we're still streaming.
But blah blah blah. Jim Jordan.
Jim Jordan?
Yeah, what do you think about?
Jim Jordan, remind me who that is.
That is the guy. He's a lawyer. Where is he from again? I think like Ohio or something. He's always done. He's incredibly smart. Hey, let me pull him up for you. Maybe I'll jog your memory.
Yo.
So, baby.
I'm just I'm looking because I heard something that Trump did today while everyone's distracted, but Speaking of while everyone's distracted, 5 hours ago, Biden authorizes Ukrainian long-range strikes on Russia.
Oh yeah, I was hearing that.
Yeah, World War III is trending right now.
Just real quick. Now that you brought up Joe Biden, I want to give a shout out to Mike Tyson. Good job. I also want to give a shout out to Joe Biden because Joe Biden has challenged Jake Paul to a fight now, and it's going to be streaming on Disney Plus. So, what were you saying about long-range missiles?
We gotta discuss that fight too.
We'll get to that. But wait, what did you say about long-range missiles?
4 hours ago, Marjorie Taylor Greene posted on Twitter, on his way out of office, Joe Biden is dangerously trying to start World War III by authorizing Ukraine the use of U.S. long-range missiles into Russia. The American people gave a mandate on November 5th against these exact America last decisions and do not want to fund or fight foreign wars. We want to fix our own problems. Enough of this, it must stop.
So why would it result in World War III though? Wouldn't it just result in Kiev being nuked? And would it like the U.S. response to Kiev being nuked be the result?
I don't know. I think the fact that it has to be Biden's Biden's authorized it.
Yeah, but what? But I don't see Russia attacking the United States directly. I would see Putin more like.
So the system known as ATACMS to help defend its forces in the Kursk region of Russia.
Okay, I'm looking at this right now. It is a supersonic tactical ballistic missile. Okay.
You got it up on your screen?
I could throw it up. Give me a second.
Throw it up.
Throw some D's on that bitch. Throw some D's on that bitch. Alright, here you go.
Oh, yeah. I saw about this fucking thing.
This thing looks nice. Looks like a big old rocket.
Would it be, Ian? Let us know.
So, from what I understand about this thing, is it's not on nuclear level. It's just basic, not fragmentation, compound explosive missile.
Okay.
So it's just basically meant to, make a giant crater and create a lot of fucking chaos. So if you launch,
what do you mean by chaos? By just throwing a bunch of dirt up in the air and making shit
basically
really dangerous?
Basically, it's just its job is to make a giant crater, make a loud boom, and throw a bunch of shit up in the air.
Well, yeah. Okay.
So the whole purpose of this thing, yeah, it's actually a fairly accurate rocket too. I wouldn't put it past anybody to be like, this thing is fucking pretty, accurate within a few feet of where their selected target is.
Basically, if you want to make one single area look like Detroit, but not anywhere else.
Pretty much, yeah. And its whole purpose is to not even so much, kill a mass population as it's just meant to fuck up a select part of the neighborhood. So that'd be something like, for instance, whenever we'd use the fucking javelin missiles to assassinate one particular target that was standing out on a balcony.
Yeah.
It's that kind of shit. So yeah, this is more like fuck up several houses, though. Yeah, it's fuck up several houses and be sure that you got what you were aiming at.
Oh yeah. No such thing as open casket funeral for this guy.
No, not at all.
He's
Not
gonna
not
have
at all.
the Soleimani treatment. That's a fucking dope weapon system. The missile
That,
with
yeah.
switchblades.
Yeah,
The fuck.
that's exactly what I was thinking. Like, who is the mad lad that thought of that fucking piece of weaponry?
Well, that's a good question.
Like, I want to kill him, but not only do I want to kill him, I just want to eviscerate him. Like, do you just take a step back from that guy and just go, "Are you okay?"
It's definitely some oddball shit. To be like, I'm gonna.
The guy who first had the idea to starve an entire castle so that, and then throw diseased animals over the wall. That's some pretty evil shit.
That's Genghis Khan. Dude.
Oh yeah, that too. Not only that, but fucking there was an interrogator that we had during the Iraq-Afghanistan war, and he used to capture members of the Taliban, and he used to stick them in a room, and he said that he got his hands on some really high-profile guys. And there was one guy, he was asking questions. He was like, "So, what are we gonna do? Are we just gonna waterboard him or this, that?" He goes, "No, I'm just gonna leave him in that room for 3 days with loudspeakers that are buried into the walls, and at max volume, I'm gonna play the sound of 1,000 rabbits being slaughtered. And within about a day, he'll tell me shit that I didn't even know that he wanted to tell me."
Yeah, I was hearing about this. I was hearing more or less they would play like Britney Spears or like the Teletubbies on repeat.
Yeah,
for, like,
just shit that would drive you insane.
Oh jeez.
And that's the kind of level of psychological shit that frankly I think we really need to start implementing more and more into some of these groups that okay, yeah, you can act all the big baddie fucking tough guys that you want, but the second we get your hands on you, we'll see how much of a badass you are.
Oh. Hope we're still alive. I don't know. I don't know if I messed something up.
Oh no.
I think it was if we did or we didn't. It was it was I don't think it's very strategic of us to be going around killing all these guys, because look at where it's leading us right now.
Oh man,
Well,
look
no.
who else. Look who
Not
else.
strategically
France
going
and
out
Britain
killing all
just
these people.
authorized Ukraine to strike deep into Russian territory with their Scalp Storm Shadow missiles.
Storm Shadow.
All right. Let me get you a video from Putin, bro. I got a video from Putin from 4 hours ago right now.
Okay, put it up.
You're gonna put it on the Discord?
Yeah, I'm gonna just throw it in general, yeah? Fuck it. Let everybody know. To strike deep into Russian territory. I'm really just gonna fucking kapoom at everybody.
The CIA is messing with my computer right now. Sorry.
Oh, I believe it. He's basically Putin's saying I warned NATO that they will enter direct war with Russia if Ukraine uses long-range U.S. missiles to strike inside Russia. Biden's like, fuck it, on the way. So here's this makes interesting because Trump was just with
I'm dying.
Biden the other day. Am I wrong?
I was just having a coughing
no.
attack. I'm sorry.
You're alright. He was, I swear, Trump was just like sitting with Biden not very long ago. Am I wrong in thinking that?
No, it was like fucking 3-4 days ago or some
And
shit like that.
Biden had a huge ass smile on his face, and a lot of people were like, "Yo, I bet he voted for Trump."
Yeah.
But here's my theory. Like, it was like 3 days ago, right?
Something like that. It was
He's like,
or maybe
I'm gonna
even 5
do
days
this
ago.
in the next few days, and I'm gonna just like, here you go, have fun with World War III, Trump.
Yeah. Doing oh well, Trump left us with this, so we're gonna leave him with this. And the reality of it is, no, he didn't leave you with a bad fucking economy
Yeah.
at all. You guys made it shit.
Yeah, Anthony Fauci fucked all that up.
Yep.
That bastard.
All right.
I wonder if he's
I'm
gonna
gonna-
be leaving the country in the next 30 days.
I'm gonna play the video for us.
Please do, please do.
Yep. I don't know if anyone speaks Russian, but if you do,
Oh, yeah, subtitles.
No, German a little bit.
Тема о том, что киевский режим сможет наносить удар по территории России западными вооружениями, так и так. Судя по всему, это решение недолго.
here, let me try to. Anyone that's listening, I'll try to go along.
Будет принято либо, судя по всему, вообще уже принято. И эта вещь, конечно,
Mark, let's start this one more time.
Here, let me just say, it's starting with the interviewer asking Putin about comments that he has made in the past that, you know, the USA and NATO in general needs to stay out of this and not use United States long-range missiles that Ukraine otherwise doesn't have.
I'll play it. I'll read along with them. I'll try.
Yeah.
I'll try my best.
на очень высоком уровне Великобритании и США.
Now, there's been discussions in the UK and USA about Kiev regime being able to strike deep into Russian territory with long-range Western weapons, and it appears that this decision is either about to be taken or apparently has already been taken. And this is, of course, is extraordinary. I want to ask you comment on what is happening. There is an attempt, this is Putin, to substitute concepts because we are not talking about authorizing or banning the Kiev regime from striking across the entire territory. It is already striking with the help of drones and other means. But when it comes to using high precision, long range, Western made weapons, it's a completely different story. The fact is that I have already mentioned this, and any experts can confirm that both our country and the West and the Ukrainian army is not able to strike with modern long-range precision systems of Western manufacture. It cannot do this. It can only do so using intelligence from satellites, which Ukraine does not have. This is data only from EU satellites or from the United States in general, from NATO satellites. This is the first thing. The second, and very important, maybe the key, is NATO servicemen.
Wow, that was all.
No,
I know.
assessment of these missile systems.
Ukrainian servicemen cannot do this. You got it?
Can allow the following the Ukrainian regime to strike against Russia with these weapons or not, and is about to decide about deciding whether or not NATO countries are directly involved in the military conflicts or not. And this decision is made, and it will mean nothing other than the direct participation of NATO countries and the United States and European countries in the war of Ukraine. So far, everything that he's saying is it sounding like he's leaning towards he's really hoping like it is the EU and not the US. Solely not the US's decision. He's hoping that it's the EU.
And unfortunately, Joe Biden just came out in support of, so I guess that gives us the answer for Putin, right?
Right. And in which case, you know, like in that case, you know, I don't even necessarily blame him for having the fucking reaction that he would. But on the same hand, it's like, dude, just hold out a little bit freaking longer.
I do got to say one thing about Putin. He's probably the smartest Kamala supporter that I know of.
But question: when do you, if your citizens are being killed, like how long could you hold out for? Even if you know that when the next guy comes into office, it'll all be better. Like how much more could you hold out for? But then I also, this is to the point that I was saying before, like why would the, like he wouldn't directly strike the United States, right? He would just nuke Kiev.
No, yeah, he knows that the second that he pushes that fucking button, and it doesn't even have to be a nuke. It can just be a long-range intercontinental ballistic missile with a low payload
Aimed at us.
aimed at us. Or aimed at fucking just... say if he was just to launch something from Siberia to Alaska. That's it. That's all the fucking... That's all the motivation we need.
But what I'm asking is, do you think that Putin will just nuke Kiev, the capital of Ukraine, if that's the point? Like, if instead of attacking the United States, they'd be like, listen, you know what? You're getting yourself involved with America.
Kind of
We're just
kind
gonna
of a show
end
of
this.
power like Nagasaki, Hiroshima kind of shit.
Yeah, more or less type of thing.
I mean, maybe he might do that, but also it's just kind of like, well, what's your end goal, man? Because your whole plan was to take that, now you just fucking destroyed it. I guess the whole system of I can't have it, nobody can have it works, but, I mean, what are you trying to prove here?
This is valid. This is
Yeah.
definitely valid. Tiller, just so you're aware, off topic, I don't think our Rumble stream is live right now, but we will get that set up after.
Okay, I can put that out.
I put in the configuration for the stream, and it's just not coming up over the restream. But we'll jump over there afterwards anyway. Putin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Here's what I think's gonna happen. He might kill some Americans that are in Ukraine. But I think what he's going to do is he's going to attack Ukraine far more relentlessly now. I don't think that he's going to hit American soil, but he might hit Americans in, Ukraine. Outside of,
Yeah.
the US.
Well, whether we want to acknowledge it or not, there are U.S. I wouldn't call them servicemen, because I would just call them private citizens.
I was gonna say they're contractors.
Yeah,
more or less.
exactly. Yeah, like I've seen countless videos of British contractors down on the ground, but
Yeah.
I know that for a fact there's Americans.
Yeah.
Oh, are you just right now showing?
Oh yeah, let me jump off of that.
Yeah, I'm watching the live stream, but basically it's just showing. Like, did they get to see the Putin thing?
Yeah, we played it.
Okay. All right, yeah, because the live stream is literally just showing presented by Tea Party Media.
On Rumble, right?
Yeah, on Rumble.
Yeah, Rumble is the configuration for the Rumble stream is not working with Restream right now, so we'll jump over to that later, because the stream is already on. So we could I'll just input that later. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
What do you think? What do you think is going to happen with this Ukraine war?
Man, well, it's definitely about to pop off, that's for sure, and that's not a vodka joke. Nowadays. Oh man, you would have really liked my the conflict Israel jokes when on October 7th. I was still working at a pizza place when that happened. I believe, and I looked at my boss's daughter. She asked me about it. What do you think? What do you think about all the attacks from, I don't know if she said Hamas or Palestine or whatever? And I was like, all I know is the conflict is real right now. And he looked at me and was like, did he say that on accident? And then she goes, oh, I get it. think? What do you think about all the
I swear,
attacks from, I don't know if she said Hamas or Palestine or
Yeah,
whatever?
I mean, sometimes
Um,
there's just shit that kind of falls in your lap, and it's like
It
it's too perfect.
It writes itself, I swear.
Are we still on the whatchamacallums? Fuck. Go fix
Every
and
time.
chill.
Okay. Every time Dogecoin jumps or spikes, if you will, whatever you want to call it, but every time Dogecoin jumps, I go, good boy. Yo, speaking of Dogecoin, I just checked it out. Oh, never mind. Never mind. I'm dyslexic.
How do you guys feel about Tulsi Gabbard as the DNI?
Tulsi Gabbard as the DNI. What does
Dir-
DNI stand for again?
Director of National Intelligence.
Oh, yeah. So she's not quite going to be the head of, like the CIA or nothing, but does the CIA answer to, who will be answering to her? Because I believe somebody that once mocked her will now be answering to her. And also, do you mind if I have a smoke on the pod?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Here, I'll just do this. There. There.
I was gonna see how loud that freaking torch was over the loudspeaker.
Are you want to get
I was just gonna shut my mic off for a second.
I just needed to shut my door so it wouldn't affect my audio, but it ended up affecting my audio anyways. Hold on, I gotta leave. There.
so you
Turning
were
my car on and off.
you were asking who the who like reports the DNI.
Yeah.
You got all the agencies, CIA, NSA, FBI, Defense Intelligence Agency, the
Oh.
National Geospatial Agency.
So she's like the big kahuna with, I'm not going to make that joke.
And then she's the one who reports to the president.
Yeah, yep.
She,
Everybody basically reports to the president, more or less.
the DNI does the oversight, basically, and the coordination between all the intelligence communities. Like I said, FBI, CIA, NSA. There's a plethora of them. And NSA is the guys who they're the guys who track your online information.
Let's
Man. What's the agency? Oh, the FFC that recently I say like what I mean is like 12 years ago. Didn't they pass an internet censorship law or maybe an internet spy law, something like that, under Obama, or maybe it was under the very, very, very last years of Bush? I think it was under Obama.
Yeah, no, there was something under Obama. I'm not exactly sure.
Oh, there was one thing I did want to ask you guys.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about the Patriot Act?
Probably the most ironic name in history.
Yeah. Like, honestly, if there's one thing that I really would want Trump to do during his presidency this election is to completely do away with the Patriot Act. That is one thing that he can really do to like really earn the trust of all Americans.
But wouldn't that require like an act of Congress?
That does. It does require an act of Congress. But with that being said, if I remember correctly, when the Patriot Act came into effect, it really kind of didn't matter what Congress or the House or what. It was more or less on George to make that decision to go through with it, because it's basically given the president the power of unlimited executive orders. You know, it's.
So you're asking Trump to give away power?
I'm asking Trump to minimize power to his presidency and future presidencies. So it's like, okay, you can be allowed executive orders, but you're only permitted like 2 every year or some shit.
Well, yeah, but as far as like the Patriot Act goes, like that's a broad thing of authority given to people that don't want to give up that authority, you know?
Well,
I say
yeah,
limit
that
to
is fair.
42.
What?
Limit it to 42.
What?
But then it is. Sorry, go ahead, Tilly.
Well, limit it to 42 uses of the executive pen. That's what we're talking about, correct?
Why 42?
And the reason why I say, or the only problem with saying 42, but so few as 42 is Trump has to get rid of 81 different uses of the executive pen from Biden's last thing. Like he has to use it 81 different times to get rid of everything that went wrong in the last 4 years. Like I can't name names on shit, but he's got a lot to work to do. So it would make him look really bad if he's like, okay, I'm gonna use my executive pen 148 times, and then everyone after me only gets to use their executive pen 42 times.
You know what's ironic about 42, Tiller?
I love that number.
It's a mania life.
What do you guys
Thank you, Ian.
Yeah, we've all seen the Hitchhiker's Guide to the God. Yeah, I know that.
Is that why you picked 42?
Yeah, it's vaguely related. I love numbers.
You're the best. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. You can only use it 42 times. Deport, 42 times. No, 41 times, and then the 42nd time, wall.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Now we gotta keep them at. Yeah. So how do you guys feel about the Let's talk about that for a second. How do you guys feel about the prospect of deportations in America?
About 4 years too late, brother man.
No, shit.
And that's coming as a libertarian that's pretty against I'm not an open borders libertarian, but I definitely understand the idea of hey, we should let anybody in who's not,
Listen, dude,
just a violent psychopath.
If you're a libertarian, you believe in property rights, bro, and property rights should extend to your border. It's like, why are you
exactly.
if you're not gonna let people onto your property willy-nilly, why are you going to let them into your country willy-nilly?
Exactly.
Well, and it goes back to that whole thing of this country was founded on the whole principle of give me, you're tired, you're rich, you're poor, you're hungry, and I will take them and I will give them better lives. But here's the thing. I agree. There should be immigration in the United States, but do it the right way.
It doesn't say send us your rapists, your murderers. It doesn't say I just got kicked off YouTube. I guarantee it.
Probably.
It doesn't say send us your fucking psychopaths.
Yeah.
It says send us your tired, your downtrodden, the people who have been beaten up by the people who are currently crossing our border. Let's be honest, we've been kind of banned off YouTube for a bit. The second this video gets any traction, I've already said far too many keywords.
It's like the two people that are probably watching us on YouTube are like, report! What? Yeah. Report this! Why is this on YouTube? Hold up, I want to...
We took the report a few times and then we were done.
I want to get your guys' opinion on this video.
Yeah.
So let me pull it up. Guys, see it?
I'm getting full screen right now, but yeah. Texas Sheriff Rescue.
It says this 18-year-old migrant said he was lost. Oh shit! Hold on. Let me rewind it a little bit so I can read the caption for everybody. He was lost for more than 2 days before Terrell County Sheriff came to his rescue.
Thaddeus, I'll try that name. Thaddeus Cleveland.
The teen says he left Mexico because he was threatened by the cartels. He says he didn't. He says he didn't try to cross at the port of entry because he wanted to bring his family. He said they left me in those hills. I had to cross from there to there, and I went to the ranch looking for help. And the cop asks, "Where's the group?" And he says they left. They abandoned me. I couldn't keep walking. And he asks if you're alone. He said yes. He says, "Is there anybody else?" And he says no. And he says everything's okay. And he says mucho gracias, mucho gracias. We all know what that means.
Yeah.
What do you guys feel about that guy? Let him in, don't let him in. What are we doing?
The sheriff, that's that's a hero right there, man. You know, I'm not a back to blue guy, but I gotta give the cops a nod when they get it right. You know, because it seems like if you were to watch just the Main Street Mania, which thank God that it's failing now, finally, you would only believe that like I feel like you would believe that everyone across the border is a murderer, and everyone who's a cop is a killer.
Just to defend Tiller's point on not backing the blue, and considering that the larger majority of our audience would be considered on the right way, I just do want to give a little backing here, because from the quote from Michael Malice, there's no law so obscene that the police would not be willing to enforce it, up to and including the mass execution of innocent children. And this is a perfect example in Uvalde. When you had a bunch of parents that came up to the school before the shooter was while the shooter was still active, there was parents outside with weapons trying to get into the school to save their children, and they were ordered to stand down by threat of force by the police.
What about Ruby Ridge? What about Waco,
Oh
Texas?
God! Don't even get me started on Ruby Ridge.
Well, listen.
What about Waco, Texas, man? There was women and children in a hole, and what did they do? They gassed the hole. They lit up.
Fucking gassed the hole. They goddamn got their fucking flash grenade, their smoke grenades, lit the goddamn place on fire, and trapped a bunch of innocent people inside this burning fucking building. Because they decided to throw a goddamn smoke grenade and not do their jobs correctly. Oh yeah, because we're getting shots popped. You're the fuckers that are supposed to run into the fracas and handle the situation.
You know which asshole was responsible for that whole fucking Ruby Ridge bullshit?
Oh,
we can name one guy.
An asshole that shot the dog.
No, an asshole that Trump had on his administration in 2016 to 2020.
Who?
William Barr. William Barr was William Barr was the lawyer of the FBI, and he's the one that basically defended the FBI's actions for Ruby Ridge. I'm not saying Ruby Ridge happened because of him. But he's basically the guy that made the argument for it.
He's the guys that covered the asses of the fucking law enforcement pricks that didn't do their job correctly. I forgot about that.
Yep. But yeah, Ruby Ridge, Waco, fucking Uvalde, it's all prime examples that the police. So like when the police do good, the police do good. But we're not going to sit here and say back the blue 100% of the time, because
when they fuck up bad.
Because cops are humans just like every one of us. We all make mistakes and we all make bad decisions. I'm not even calling it mistakes at this point, because it's not a mistake. It's just a bad intended decision. Like we all do that. We're all human. They're not robots. But there are good cops out there. There are bad cops out there.
Yeah.
What do you
well,
think
I mean, it's
about
like
if we did have robot cops, like literally, like
I think.
it's like
I
robot
think.
fast cops
I think crime would drop dramatically.
dramatically.
Everybody would be
You
like,
think
"Damn,
more
if I
black
s-
people would get shot or less black people would get shot."
bro, like three black people get killed every year by cops, bro. Like,
Oh fuck.
maybe a little bit
That's what I'm
more.
saying. Do you think it would like jump up, or do you think it would like stop altogether?
I think nobody's gonna be down to steal a fucking pack of gum, lest they be fucking put in jail for 3 days.
Here's the fucked part, guys. Is like, okay, I ran the statistics and I actually looked up the numbers.
I
recently.
ran, you ran, we all ran. I ran's gonna get. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So I looked up the numbers for gun-related deaths in the past few years, and it was like the average that I could find. It was 48,000 deaths per year in gun-related accidents. But then I got down to the breaking down numbers of what happened in each of those deaths. So get this: 28,000 of those were suicides.
Yeah, majority is suicide. Yes.
About 17,000 of those were homicide, and then the others were all accidental discharges, negligent discharges, just accidents.
Yeah.
I gotta hit the button.
The predominant victims of quote unquote gun violence are self-inflicted victims. So it's non-victim victims. It's a victimless crime except for the perpetrator.
Yep. And then once you look into the homicides of those 17,000 or so, about
But wait.
10
Okay, go ahead.
about 10 to 11,000 of those homicides are done with pistols.
But I just want to hit back on the point of the majority of gun violence in America is suicide, right? What does that say? That says we have more of a problem not of gun violence but of a mental health crisis. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You have all these people on SSRIs, fucking the doctors want to put you on this or that, and there's always something that they want to put you on.
Yep.
We have a visitor in the audience. I don't know if they want to speak. I will invite them to speak, though.
Oh.
You've been invited. Hello.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm having a good time. How are you guys?
We're pretty good. Welcome to the we're live streaming right now. If you have any insight to give on anything we're talking about.
Well, dang it.
What do you think about policing in America? I guess let's start off there.
Dang, going right into it.
Yeah. So we were saying that. Well, I'll give you we were just talking about like what prompted the conversation, Ian? Do you recall?
It was I was trying to make a comparison. I can't remember exactly what the original conversation was, but it was comparing numbers and basically how the numbers are skewed on so many things.
Yes. So the majority of gun violence, I think, what was it, like 43%? I believe you said.
Yeah. So it was like 40. Okay. So it was like 28,000 of those. The 48,000 were suicides. And then 17,000 of the 48 was homicides, and then the others were all like accidents and shit.
So it's actually above 50% of the quote-unquote gun violence in America is due to suicide.
Yep.
Okay. And what that basically tells us that it's not more of a issue that there's gun violence with people on people.
Mm-hmm.
It says that it kind of points more to that there's a problem with the mental health crisis in America today, and it's like all these whatchamacallem, the like the pharmaceuticals that people are on, SSRIs, all these antidepressants that people get onto, and it just causes them to go haywire. Like something triggers in their brain where it just sets them off, and they either do the unfortunate or they do the next unfortunate and hurt other people.
Yeah. And then, unfortunately, in that regards too, it's where big pharma comes into the play of them being the almighty power that's the say all do all must be part of the social norm.
I go to the bathroom for a minute and we're talking about God and we got another guest.
Hey, Talnugi, do you have a name that you would like us to refer to you as?
My name is Manny, bro.
Manny?
At one point in my life, I played with. His name at the time was Lord Tillermeister.
There we go.
Yeah, Tiller works. Tiller works. How you doing, man? It's been way too long. How you doing, Manny?
I'm having a good time, bro. It's been like 4 years, bro?
It's been about that long, at least 4 years.
Dang, that's crazy, man. This is nuts for me.
I love the reunion.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was just hopping in. Tiller invited me. I was like, well, I'll hop in to see what's up.
All right. Well, any one of Tiller's friends is a friend of mine. So there's that. Tiller's probably the best dude I've met.
High praise.
A little patronizing right now, but what do you got? What do you think about? Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, Llama.
I'll go.
No. I was about to ask you what you were about to say, so go first.
What Manny, what do you think about the policing?
I think I think it varies from like state to state. I think I don't know. From my opinion, I think they do a pretty good job from like the state that I'm from. I'm from Texas.
You're from Texas? Okay, I love Texas. I would love to move there, but I feel like you guys wouldn't want me over there because I'm from New York. Just the fact that I'm from New York, you guys would be like, no.
Bro, you know what's funny is people think it's backwards. I don't know. I think people from Texas are afraid from people from New York.
But we would love to have you guys, but you know what? I'm like the black sheep of New York, so
honestly, I can say. I can confirm from Annie like that when I lived in Alabama, I don't know what it was, but just the fact that when I told those Bama boys that I was from Michigan, it just flipped the switch in them. They just their mood changed.
Listen, dude, if we tell you to go fuck yourself, that's a term of endearment for us.
Yeah.
I promise you, we beat it in the most sincere way. Hi, how are you? Go fuck yourself. Thank you. Like that's how every conversation goes over here. And we smile about it and we walk away.
Yeah, hey, how you doing? You look like a bag of shit. You know that? Fuck you too, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it goes in New York. And then I know I sound like a broken record, but it's like for New York voters to be like, oh, we don't like Donald Trump because of the way he talks. He's so this, he's so that. I'm like, bro, I grew up in New York for 34 years, bro. Don't tell me you don't like the way he speaks. My man's like, we tell each other to go fuck yourselves as good mornings. And you're gonna tell me you're offended by the way he speaks? That's insane to me. How do
New Yorkers are like the only other people that I have ever heard that use jerk off and cocksucker in every other sentence.
Yeah, that's older lingo. No, they still you fucking cocks. Yeah, I still hear the old timers say that shit now. But the way people speak nowadays, man, on the streets is ridiculous. I work with like younger adults in their 20s. I've been doing plumbing a long time, so I have a bunch of helpers. They teach me like new words. You ever hear this one? What is it? Bustin' my scalati. That's what he said. Bustin' my scalati. You ever hear that?
No.
Huh? Yeah. So bustin' my scalati means you're giving me a headache. I'm like,
What the hell is Scolari?
What Scolati means like your skull, I guess, which would then translate to your head. And I'm like, isn't slang supposed to make talking simpler?
Whatever happened to just you busting my fucking balls, man?
They don't say that no more. They don't say that.
He said they don't say that no.
They don't. They don't. Now you're busting my Scolati.
Fuck, we're old.
Stupid. It's
Yeah.
gotta just be a New York thing or something.
Bussin'.
Please. Bussin'.
Facts or no cap.
No cap.
I feel like we
Well,
gotta throw on a fucking episode of Sopranos for some of these youngsters.
Wait, say that again?
Like this is how fucking real New Yorkers talk.
Yeah. Yep. This is it baffles me how they're not. I was saying that the New York Trump is going to take New York, but apparently that didn't happen.
I was praying for
No.
it too, my friend.
He didn't he do better, right?
He did very well in New York, even though it was called blue in like 2 minutes.
Got it. He did appoint Lee Zeldin. I don't know if you guys know who Lee Zeldin is, but he was going to be the governor of New York until that fucking broad. What the fuck is her name? What the fuck? What the fuck is my governor's name? Kathy Hochul. I almost.
What's my governor's name?
Yeah, like I forgot this bro's. I'm trying not to think about her because it's so shitty. But she was appointed because Cuomo had to step down because he was a little flamboyant with his fucking nipple piercings. You guys know that my former governor had fucking nipple ring piercings?
I don't really care too much about that. I have nipple piercings. I'm not scared.
Yeah, but you're not the governor.
What I could be though.
He said
I'd be a better governor than him. Wait, tell me, dead ass right now. If it were Cuomo running again or me, who would you vote for?
If Anthony Cuomo in Tiller, Manila was running the show,
Manila. That's a question for all three of you.
I would vote for Kanye West. I would
So you're
definitely
I'll
vote for you. I would definitely vote for you,
Llama.
dude.
You're a Llama.
Appreciate that.
Lord Tilly for the win.
Yeah.
So, you ever seen Mad Max Fury Road?
I love that. And like literally all I would do is basically just not allow anything to pass. I would do nothing in New York, would just do so much better.
Just in that fucking thought of Llama's former mayor with the nipple rings, I'm just sitting there thinking about the fucking people eater from Mad Max Fury Road, just sitting there twiddling his fucking nipple ring.
Bro, he got nipple piercings, bro. He did a press thing during COVID and like a white polo shirt, and like you could see the outline of the diamonds around his nips.
Oh,
See, now,
shit.
That's pretty flamboyant, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro. This has got them nipple nips. Got them
That's some high key faggotry.
got them itty bitty two left titties, bro.
Itty bitty, bro. He tried to make his titties litty, but it's just cringe.
But them shits is just shitty. I was trying to finish a rap, my bad.
I'm with it.
Yo, I think they should make Linda McMahon. Put Linda McMahon in the cabinet somewhere. What do you guys think of Linda McMahon? You guys watch wrestling?
I was gonna say I know that name, but not from politics.
Manny, you ever watch wrestling like WWE or WWF?
Man, when I was way earlier, bro, I'll tell you what. I remember John Cena.
Yeah.
Batista.
You remember like Vince McMahon and shit?
Man, I watched it. I watched it like it wasn't like the greatest. I just remember like the icons, like the people, the guys that are now actors, basically. Sadly.
Okay. Yeah. Because Vince McMahon, he wasn't a wrestler. He basically owned it. So, but he did like little stints here and there. he wasn't as well of a celebrity as like John Cena, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Is
But-
he like
Bro.
an angry guy that would like?
Stone Cold.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Vince McMahon's like the guy who was always like
Basically,
evil.
Well, basically, what Vince did with WWE, WWF is originally it was his dad's company,
Yes.
and then they were separated into territories back in the 70s.
Mhm.
So one guy owned the Midwest, one guy owned the East Coast, the other guy owned the South, the other guy owned the West Coast, and then eventually what happened was Vince Jr. He went around and he went and just fucking did deals with all these guys and just took all of it over and made it a monopoly.
Now I think the wrestling entertainment thing under Vince McMahon has been beyond the best. There's a lot of scandals that Vince McMahon has been involved in, especially in the sexual scandals. But
Yeah.
like that aside, he took wrestling
But
and
did
he
he do it,
transformed
though?
it.
Yes.
He settled a couple of times. Yeah.
Did he? Did he though? Did
We
he though?
we ain't. I hear you, bro. Did he? Did he though? I hear you. But we ain't trying to rehash that whole that if he was Me Too'd or not, because whether he was or not, my point is that he really did do great.
No,
We're fucking-
The question I'm really asking is, does he know? Did he though?
I know exactly what you're saying. Did he?
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Alright,
I
well,
looked through the
we
list,
don't know
not
nothing
once
about if
did
he-
I
if
see
he
his
did it
name
or
in any
didn't
of the
he.
rosters.
Well, so Linda McMahon is. I don't know, Ian. Do you remember who Linda McMahon was? She's appeared on wrestling a couple times.
I don't remember Linda that well. I remember
Okay.
her dad. Like the one fucking night that I remember the most is the night that he blew his fucking quads out.
What about his son? Do you remember the son?
Yeah, I remember his son. That
Okay.
one I remember very well because of one of the Unforgiven matches where he got his fucking face
Mhm.
shoved into Big Show's ass.
Yep, I remember that too.
Uh,
Was it Big Show or Rakishi? It was one of them.
It was Big Show.
Okay. But yeah, but he has a daughter though, Linda McMahon, and she has been instrumental in shaping the wrestling scene as well. And I mean, look, I haven't watched wrestling since I was a kid. You know, I Stone Cold Steve Austin days. Remember driving a fucking beer truck into the stage and just dousing everybody with a beer cannon?
Yeah, and that reminds me too. The last thing I fucking saw from Steve Austin live was the night that he got his fucking neck broken. From,
Ooh, I remember that.
Owen. Yeah, that was the last thing I remember watching live.
Hold on,
I was trying to get Grok to give me an image of Diddy wrestling with Vince McMahon, but actually, as a matter of fact, Diddy has appeared in WWE events primarily for promotional activities, yada yada. WrestleMania 29 weekend. Da 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 da.
I'm gonna pull up the video of Stone Cold Steve Austin, but go ahead.
What? And there was another one. Oh, okay, that's just his role. But he has been there at least more than once, according to Grok.
Hey, we got everybody could watch this. Let's play it over.
Yeah, that's shit.
Bro is like, I need a drink. I don't give a fuck. That Stone Cold, man, that was a fucking era.
Yeah.
That was a good time.
He was that attitude era fucking part of WWE that I loved.
Yeah, where's Taylor Swift's Stone Cold Steve Austin era? Like, when do we get that?
I don't think we're gonna.
Well,
can't-
I guess I'm no longer a Swiftie.
Stone Cold Steve Austin was a cut from a different cloth, but he's like, fuck you and fuck everybody. I'll Stone Cold Stunner all of you. I'll even Stone Cold Stunner my teammate.
Bro.
Fucking Stone Cold was funny as hell in the promos and like the in-between cuts of fights and shit like that.
Yes.
There was one I remember from one of the Unforgivens where it was him and God damn it, I can't remember the name of the diva, but she had blonde hair. She was like maybe a foot shorter than him. Fucking anyway. Apparently, they're just sitting in front of like one of the catering tables, just having a conversation, and all of a sudden, Stone Cold just has this big fucking O face come over him, and everybody just starts like, "What the fuck?" And the chick that he's talking to, she's like, "What the hell's going on with you?" And all of a sudden, she starts getting the O face, and then once they're done with their O faces, two divas come out from under the fucking table. Like that was great fucking comedy, and apparently that was Steve's idea.
We'll watch a couple of the best Stone Cold fucking moments.
Yeah,
Bro, everybody could get the stunner, bro. Everybody could get it. He just Stone Cold stunner this guy, and all he was trying to do was fucking read Hamlet. He's like, "Fuck you and your fucking Hamlet, dude."
He didn't even give him a chance to he didn't even speak to him. He just fucking walked right in and fucking stuttered him.
Oh shit! He didn't even say anything.
Here's a little number my dad used to
Grabs him and walked away.
And I was just a little kid sitting on his knee and he starts strumming the guitar. Boy, here it is.
He's like, "Shut the fuck up!"
Dad, you can sing along if you know the words.
Stone Cold was a fucking like the guy that we all watched. He was like against the establishment guy, you know?
Yeah, he was all attitude. Fuck the establishment. I don't give a fuck what you got to say to me. I'm here to do my thing and do what I want to do. Don't try and control me.
Remember the
You
iconic...
think he's actually that based in real life, though?
I believe he is slightly based in real life, yes. I know Hulk Hogan is like a little off.
He's
Terry?
goofy, but
Yeah.
He
He was Peter Thiel is actually paid or funded Hulk Hogan's lawsuit against who was it against? Hulk Hogan had a lawsuit and he won the lawsuit only because Peter Thiel was like basically paying for his lawyers. I know you know about Peter Thiel, right, Taylor?
I know a little bit about him. The more I know about him, the more questions I have.
Yeah, that's how it always is. The more you know, the more questions you have. Unfortunately, the unfortunate part of reality. Speaking of all these wrestlers,
I'll admit I'm not as super suspect of people who know him as much as I am suspect of him now.
so speaking of wrestling, what do you guys think of the upcoming fight between Joe Biden and Jake Paul?
Bro, killed me. Oh my god.
That was rough.
Who do you think's gonna win?
No. Obviously Joe Biden, because it's going to be scripted.
It's gonna be Joe Biden and all his Secret Service people versus Jake Paul.
Right up.
No, it won't even be scripted. It'll just be
Watch
there.
Joe Biden give Jake Paul the Stone Cold stunner,
Oof, love it.
and then get sued.
What are you saying, Ian? I'm sorry.
What I was saying was, no, the shit won't even be scripted. It'd be like that fucking scene from Family Guy, Mike Tyson versus the one bitch from Gold Girls.
But on all serious though, what do you guys think of the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight?
Oh, that was horrible.
It was horrible. It was very. After the first round, it was just so depressing to even watch.
Yeah,
I didn't get to see it, unfortunately.
You didn't watch it?
I don't have Netflix.
Oh man, you should have told me. I would have. Oh, that's right. We did speak about this. I thought Toby was gonna get it for you.
No, we never did the thing.
I'm sorry. I would have helped you
Yeah,
out there,
but I mean, I heard about the results that it was basically called by 2 points, right?
No, I think Tyson landed 18 punches to Jake Paul landing 74 punches.
Yeah, and not only that, but fucking Tyson only threw like 91 punches versus Jake Paul throwing 293.
Yeah, Tyson made contact, I think, 13% of the time.
Yep.
And you just seen it right after the first. Like, he was all right in the first round, but you could still kind of see it. But it's like
when he came out on that first round, you were like, "Oh, he's just warming up." But that second round, you were like, "Shit, he's out of gas."
And bro, that biting of the glove gave me so much anxiety. It's like, why does he keep biting his fucking glove? I don't know, man. And it's like every time he bit his glove, Jake Paul would capitalize on that too.
Yeah.
It's like biting glove, boom, going for a punch. And he said it's like a tick that he has. I don't remember him having that tick, but listen, it is what it is, man. It was a very upsetting fight.
I thought he was adjusting his mouthpiece the whole time, but it was actually.
So did I.
That's what I thought too, but apparently he said that it was a tick. But that's what kept giving me anxiety. I'm like, why he keeps adjusting his mouthpiece? What's going on?
Like, I don't think that's a fixation. I think that's more of a. I think that's a problem. That isn't.
Well, he personally said it was a fixation, but it looked like it was a problem. It looked like his mouth guard wasn't fitting right.
Sounds like Mike Tyson was just. Has just been hit a few too many times. You know what I mean?
But if you saw him
just worried about the guy.
Man, he was genuinely trained, bro. Like that was.
Yeah, he was looking good with the training videos. It's just, when it comes to actually, the actual thing though is different. Like training's training, like the thing is the thing, and Jake Paul is just a younger dude, man. It's like. You could see Mike Tyson lost all of his power by the second round. It was like he was ready to call it quits. But I give him fucking props because he got hit a shitload of times. He got hit with 3-piece combos, and he took that shit like let's go.
And there was a few times where I thought he was gonna go for a fall.
Yeah, that 3-piece combo that I was talking about, where he took those like 2 steps back and he threw his hands up like
He was like,
But he came right back too.
Yeah.
Bro, all I'm saying is that if anyone thinks that they could fuck Mike Tyson up with his latest
You're
bout,
dead wrong.
Yeah.
You're dead wrong. And that's the thing is, that 58-year-old man, he's still fucking got it.
Facts. He's 58, right?
He's 58.
Yeah, 58.
But the man was still entertaining. I thought the Katie fight, the Katie versus whatever.
That was fucked up.
God, that eyebrow, man. God,
it was open, bro. It was flapping in the wind. Bro. You guys seen that?
Yo, do you know that fight was called by 1 point? And
yes, bro.
And this bitch was headbutting. Like, how the fuck?
She was fighting with her forehead the whole time, bro. She had an extra arm.
The thing is, when she went down that first time and they made contact, like that was definitely an accident. But then all the other times when they were coming forward and they were locking, and she was like rubbing her hair into the wound, I'm like, come on, stop with that shit.
And the other chick was doing awesome up until she started getting headbutted.
Yep.
That's when the whole thing started turning around.
Yep.
That fight should have. I mean, I understand the only reason why that fight was called the way it was is because one person's the champion and one person isn't. If she wasn't the champion, it would have gotten called 75-74 the other way.
Right, and not only that, but
That was dope too, bro.
I also think if none of them had really anything on the line, they would have stopped the fight right there.
Yeah,
because there's nothing worth
the headbutts.
The headbutts. Not only that, but by the end of it, she went from having just a small fucking gash along her eyebrow to an open fucking wound.
Yeah, that shit was fucked. What were you saying before, Manny?
Yeah, but that was disgusting. They should have stopped that fight, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I understand why they wouldn't, only because the fucking the belt, the championships. But that was fucked up that they called it for her. Katie should definitely not have won that fight.
Bro, did y'all see her hair at the end of it, bro? Like all the proof is there, bro. Like, bro, look at that girl's forehead, bro. It is covered in blood. Like, please.
Yep.
So that was a little fucked.
Yeah, a little bit.
I think Tyson did a superb job.
For his age, I don't think there's doing anyone else would be better, bro.
Fact.
Now, if there was someone as maybe not as good as Mike Tyson, but like, 10 years younger than Mike Tyson.
Like Jake Paul.
No, Jake Paul's
Jake Paul's allowed to say that he's better than Mike Tyson now.
Yeah, technically.
It's fucked up. Bro,
He can say that he fought him and he won.
He can't say that he could beat Mike Tyson in his prime.
No, fuck no.
And you know what?
Mike in his 20s? No, he would have killed him first round.
Bro, 5 seconds at the last 5 seconds of the 10th round, Mike Tyson, Jake Paul. Jake Paul, what does Jake Paul do? Puts his gloves down, bows to Mike right in front of him, where Mike could get an easy shot on him. 5 seconds left to go. And he's like, he gives fucking props to the king.
Yep.
Because he knows that if this was back in the day and Mike Tyson was in his prime, it wouldn't even been one round.
It wouldn't have been a chance. It would have been a fair fight.
And not for nothing, Mike Tyson has done interviews with Muhammad Ali, like them doing interviews together. And Mike Tyson said it himself, like, listen, I think I'm the best, da-da-da. But what did he say? All tongues
is always the champ.
No, all heads must bow and all tongues must give praise to Muhammad Ali. It's like he recognizes that he's the best.
Yep, and every time he was around Ali, he always called him the champ.
Exactly, and he would never be like, even if he knew that he could beat Muhammad Ali when he was in his prime versus Mike Tyson at his prime, like the respect to not even acknowledge that because it's not something that you could do right now.
Nope.
That's respect. Like,
yep.
And not for nothing, Mike Tyson's last bout was with Roy Jones Jr. And Roy Jones Jr., he put a good fucking fight with Roy Jones Jr.
He did.
That was a good fucking fight.
Yeah, honestly, I would have loved to have seen Jake Paul fighting Mike in that conditions. Like, that would have been an interesting fight.
What, like 5 years ago? 10 years ago?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been so much different. Because 10 years, even 5 years, you could go from fucking young man to old man in 5 years, bro.
Oh, yeah.
You go from 50 to 55, that's a big difference.
Trust me, I've noticed a difference just in being fucking 20 to 26.
Don't get to 34, bro. Don't try to skip 34 if you can.
I'm regretting hitting my 30s. And I ain't even there yet.
If you can, on your 33rd birthday, going into your 34th, just celebrate your 35th. Just give yourself an extra year. It might make you a year older, but fuck it.
Yeah, might as well. I'm already there.
Just skip like 10 years. Go from like 29 to 40. I hate 30s. Midlife crisis. It's not even midlife, it's quarter life crisis.
Right.
Third life crisis. Thirdsies. What do you guys think of Manny, are you do you watch soccer? Because I wanted to talk about the World Cup being hosted in the United States for 2026.
Oh, that's kind of aggressive.
Yeah, it's going to be the first time the United States has hosted the World Cup since 1994. Yup, it's going to be the first time. And it's going to be fucking dope.
I didn't know that, bro. It's going to get crowded, bro. You already know there's going to be a lot of people going.
Oh, hell yeah. It's going to be... So, it's not going to be just the United States. It's going to be... The United States is going to partner up with Mexico and Canada to do, like, a united North American thing.
What?
Yeah, so it's going to be pretty fucking dope. And I'm really hoping that they do one in my old hometown in Flushing. Because they got... I mean, it's going to be a little hard because they don't have a soccer field. You need a specific type of field for that. The closest thing that I could think of is, like, the Meadowlands in, like, Giant Stadium. All we got over here is like Shea Stadium. Oh, City Field. The U.S. Open, like shit like that. That would suck. But yeah, they're bringing the 2026 World Cup to America.
I bet you Americans would actually watch soccer for once.
I used to watch soccer. I was always a Manchester United fan. What do you got? Do you guys watch soccer at all?
Ooh, bro, I was definitely Manchester United just because of Cristiano.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
Sir.
I know a lot of people are Arsenal fans right now. They're from the UK though.
Yeah, you got the three main teams. You got Manchester, Arsenal, and Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always a toss up between those three.
Barcelona, baby.
Barcelona too. That's Spain, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if they're gonna be bringing the World Cup to America, do you think Ian and Tilly, do you guys think you're gonna start watching soccer more?
I
Maybe.
mean, I don't even watch football, bro.
Yeah, that's the thing is like I don't even really watch football. Like I sat and watched it tonight just because I was at a manager's meeting.
Okay. Well, the soccer is a big thing over by me because I'm from New York, so
Right.
when I was going to high school, we had a football team, but like our biggest thing was soccer, soccer and track.
Yeah. Around here it's mostly football and track. Like we do have a soccer field, but we're mostly focused on track and football just because we've got the two football fields for our schools, and both of them have a fucking giant track around them.
So I don't know if this is going to be racist or not, but like you could kind of tell the neighborhood that I moved to now that so the biggest sport in the neighborhood that I've moved to is lacrosse, and it's kind of racist because you could kind of figure out what what race everybody is over here.
Oh yeah.
Nah, there's a lot of great Spanish and black lacrosse players. I'm just making a joke, but it's like a white people's sport.
Oh yeah.
Like polo.
It very much is the preppy white kid sport, yeah.
Like listen, I'm not gonna say nothing bad if I see black people playing bocce ball, but I'd be like, huh. Those black people must
every day.
They must be a little bit of Italian in them. There has to be Italian in them somewhere.
Gotta be.
Because you know how they say Sicilians are black people? It gotta work the other way around too. There has to be black people that are also Sicilian, right?
Right, yeah. You know?
they got to be playing bocce ball somewhere.
The more side of you left, huh?
Imagine they have a bocce ball league in Africa that we don't even know about. It's like we've been playing bocce ball this whole time. What are you guys talking about? It's not an Italian sport. It's not a sport that only old Italian people play. Yes, it is. All right, so we got 1 year, 7 months, and 15 days until America's 250th birthday.
Yep. Happy birthday, America.
Well, we still got a ways to go, but we're getting there.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, goddamn.
I'm going to do another shout out. We're going to be going to Iowa, hopefully in the start of 2026. We don't have an exact date yet. We will keep everybody informed through our socials and whatnot in our Discord. But we will be going to Iowa. I was planning on flying, but considering I'm gonna be taking some equipment, I might end up driving. But considering that I'm coming from New York, I'm gonna have to drive through New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Ohio, and a couple of other states. So my plan was to interview people on my way over. So if I'm coming through your state and you want me to stop over for an interview with you, I could potentially make a little detour and we could set up a little interview and then I could head about on my way. So if anyone's in the Discord wants to set that up, just set it up. But yeah, we will be going to Iowa. Hopefully, Tiller will be joining us, and we will shout out to America, and we will be doing a. Hopefully, we'll be approved for a storefront, and we will have merchandise. But more importantly, we will be doing interviews with people that come. Ask them, what their. We'll be at least 2 years into the presidency, so we'll ask them how everything's going to be, how they're liking the presidency so far. We'll just be talking about general topics. Can't really say what we'll be talking about now because it's going to be in a year and a half from now. For all we know, we could be in World War III, and we may not end even, So we'll just have a general conversation, general interview with people, and we'll be selling merch, or anyone could get. But yeah, we'll be in Iowa for the 250.
I'll be right
Pardon
back.
my loud noises.
What?
Pardon my loud noises.
Better pardon them. Because Trump ain't.
Speaking of pardon Trump, do you think that he's gonna pardon Snowden?
Better question, do you think he's going to pardon Ross Ulbricht? Because he promised to.
Well, I feel like there's a greater chance of him following through with this promise, but do you think if pressured he'll forgive Snowden?
Is Snowden in jail? I don't think he is.
He's not in jail, but he's in Russia because he's worried about getting executed when he comes home.
Yeah, but he's like on YouTube and stuff. Like, people still... He's still alive. Ross Ulbricht is like rotting in a jail cell.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, he needs to do that. That needs to be day one, but, like, we can go, like, day 3, like, alright, buddy. You didn't... Like, so if he doesn't, like, day 1 get Ross Ulbricht out of jail, then that's, that. In fact, to be honest with you, if I were Trump, like, I would have been like, so, hey, Biden, can you, pardon Ross Ulbricht, or am I gonna have to do it when I get in office? Put the pressure on Joe. Make him make a move. Make him say yes or no. I mean, what's he got to lose? He's fucking 8,800 years old. Just fucking pardon the dude, and when your party's mad at you, just say, fuck you, bitches, I'm gonna die in either 3 years or when you assassinate me for not listening to you guys, so
there is a problem.
If you're listening, just fucking do it.
So, as far as Edward Snowden, I'm not too familiar with his whole situation, but I'm pretty sure, wasn't he given the information from... Who gave him the information?
I thought he worked in the CIA.
Okay, so if that's the case, then that would be espionage, because if he received, like, in the sense of Julian Assange received information about something, and as a reporter, he made a report about it. Edward Snowden, on the other hand, directly went upon the act of taking classified material.
Assange isn't even an American citizen; he's an Australian citizen.
Yeah, but the citizenship aside,
crime necessarily, did he?
No, well, the citizenship aside, the key difference is that Edward Snowden hacked and intentionally took information, whereas Julian Assange obtained information from a third party.
Well, still, he should still be pardoned, in my opinion.
I agree. I agree because of how important what he shared and what he brought to light was, because we have whistleblower protections. But yeah, I guess I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
But Ross Ulbricht should definitely be released, because all he really did was facilitate eBay, like the decentralized version of eBay. And I mean, you had that whole assassination thing, but he was never. Huh?
You talking about the Silk Road, or is that not it?
No, the Silk Road. And he also had the whole assassination, the murder for hire thing, But he was not actually charged with that at all. He was only charged with things related to the Silk Road. So if they're not going to charge him with the assassination, murder for hire thing, then the only thing that they really have on him is the Silk Road thing.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, then I think he should be freed. You know? Oh shit, there's a big ass mosquito in my room. Got him.
Nice, solid. Congratulations on not dying.
Oh, fuck, I feel the malaria coming on.
Oh, it's the CIA. Just so everybody knows, I'm not suicidal.
Malaria.
Or am I?
Alright, gentlemen. It has been a fun conversation tonight. Tiller, how are you feeling right now?
I'm alright. How are you?
Yeah. Same shit, different toilet, my friend.
Yeah, right. Are you thinking about calling it, or are you thinking about keeping on going?
What are you feeling?
I don't know. What were you thinking about talking about, friend?
I don't really got much else to talk about. I mean, we got other topics, but we could always save those topics for another day. I don't know. What do you want to talk about?
Who was there not something that Trump? Let me inquire on something.
Inquire about.
Well, was there not something that Trump did? I swear there was something. Of course, everything's reset now. Trump had announced today, but maybe it's just. Maybe I'm just crazy. There it is.
While you think of it, Ian, is there anything on your mind?
No, there's nothing else that I can really think of discussing about.
What do you got for me, Tiller?
I found all I could find is the video that I seen the headline on by Stephen Gardner. Said while everyone is distracted, Trump makes huge changes, but I don't know what he's referring to necessarily.
Not exactly sure.
X.com. Proof. Show here. Let me see. I'm looking in the description of the video, so I don't know what Trump announced and if he announced anything today.
No, I'm not seeing anything on the internet.
Okay.
All right, we'll call it a night.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, thank you for tuning in. I have all of our links listed on the bottom of the video. I have our YouTube link, our Discord link, our X link, and our Rumble link. So you could all catch us on all those socials. And we are also, like I said, we also have an open invite for anybody in the Discord to join the conversation and to speak about the conversations that we have. And as you can see, if you have anything specific on your mind, you come on over. We would love to talk about anything you have on your mind, whether it be politics, culture, science, medical, health, this, that, and the third. We're willing to talk about anything with anybody. Tiller is affluent in every subject of life, so we would be able to accommodate any conversation. And that's about it, guys. Thank you for joining us tonight. If you all want to catch us, just please leave a like and and if you want to share it with your friends. But most importantly, if you could definitely leave a like, that would definitely help the algorithms. And I'll throw it over to Ian and Tiller before we hit the button and call it a night.
God bless everyone. Have a good night. Be safe. And, yeah, let's hope for a better future for America tomorrow.
That's it, baby. Ian?
I hope everybody is doing well. I hope that they've had a pleasant weekend, and I hope that they have a great Monday.
You guys have anything you want to shout out or want to throw out there or nothing?
Shout out to Brandon Herrera for potentially being director of the ATF.
Shout out to Angel Studios. Sponsor us or something. I don't know.
All right, there you got it. Shout out to Robert Herrera and shout out to Angel Studios. And also a shout out to Joe Biden for accepting the Jake Paul challenge. Thank you and good night, everybody.
Good night.